Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another book review. The Hinduwani in me just immediately was drawn to this book, and it's called When Dimple Met Rishi, and it's by Sandhya Menon. And of course I didn't know this author, or authoress I should say. The back leaflet speaks about Miss Menon. She was born and raised in India. Well, duh. She was raised on a steady diet of Bollywood movies, woman after my own heart, and street food. She blames this upbringing for her obsession with happily ever afters. Can't relate, girl. Bad dance moves and pani puri. Now Sandhya lives in Colorado, where she's on a mission to gently coerce her husband and children to watch all 3,220 Bollywood movies she claims as her favorite. Honey, you're a grade above me because I have quite a few, but not that many. Visit her online at sandhyamenon.com. And of course, this is a new book. I just wanted to show you the back. The back is kind of a spoiler, but I won't give away why. Poor Rishi. I really relate to Rishi because I call myself a hopeful romantic. There was one friend of mine who called me a hopeless romantic. I said, no. I am a hopeful, hope-filled romantic. I prefer that over hopeless, because hopeless just sounds so depressing, and I'd rather not go down that deep dark hole. And but it's a really sensational book. You've got Dimple, who wants to get into this competition called the Insomnia Competition. She wants to be a web developer, and Rishi actually met her at a wedding that I forget if it was somebody in Dimple's family that was getting married, but what they don't know is their parents actually arranged for them to get married later on. And Rishi, through a series of events, he actually just completely falls head over heels for her, and he thinks that she hung the moon. And it's such a sweet story. I was like that too. I am like that, I should say. I was like that not too long ago. There was somebody at work who was Indian, and I saw him. I was watching him ever since I started noticing him last week. And I always felt my heart palpitating every time I was even within a vicinity of him, thinking, one of those moments. And then I finally gathered the courage to walk up to him. His name was Mandeep, by the way, a very Indian name. And I said, hi. He's like, hello. I thought, oh, that voice. But I said, what's your name? He said, Mandeep. I'm like, haha. And I said, are you single? And of course, there was a lot of noise at that time, but I couldn't hear what he said. And I said, hey, I told him, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I've been noticing, I was so shy, I had my hand behind my head like this. I said, well, I noticed that you're a very hard worker, and I admire that fact. And of course, I'm completely read it the whole time, and I just was laughing like a complete and total goofball. And I said, I just leave it to your work. I ran away. I'm like, flee, when I'm gone. So okay, we had a meeting that day. It was actually yesterday that this happened, and we had a long break. We were having a fiscal exploration of our company's dividends. Yeah, it was bumpkus basically, but good pizza. Unfortunately, that pizza gave me diarrhea. Another story I will not get into, but anywho, I walk over to Mr. Mandeep, my Indian angel, and this time he was in black, so he looked like a bad boy. So I walk up to him and I said, hi, Mandeep. And he's like, hello. I'm like, oh God, make it stop. And I said, hi. I'm such a dweeb. And then I said, I wanted to ask you a question. I said, are you single? He said, no. And I thought, my whole entire word, just everything. everything just shattered. I felt my heart literally break, and then I felt a sudden heaviness, and then I said, darn it. I mean, I really wanted to say, God damn it, when I ran away, but I didn't. I didn't swear. I really wanted to, because I was so mad. My soul was crushed. My heart was broken. I walked away as fast as I could. For the rest of the day yesterday, I cried, but I got over it. It hurts less today than it did yesterday. Yesterday, I just wanted to crawl into bed and shrivel up and die, but I thought, you know what, he's just one guy, and there are plenty of men, there's plenty of fish in the sea, and hopefully I can become a better fisherman. But anyways, it didn't really bother me. But all is well, and back to the topic at hand. I really enjoyed When Dimple Met Rishi. I just thought it was a sensational book and very well written. I like Sandhya. I think that she's a tremendous writer. She had a character in there named Seema. I thought, oh, I know a Seema. My Seema is just the sweetest thing. I wonder about her sometimes too, because I haven't heard from her, and Seema became kind of like the sister I never had when I was at work at my other place of employment. And every time I just see that name, I think, aw, I wonder how she is. I mean, I wonder if she ever wonders how I'm doing, because, you know, friends, the bond is never severed. I'm just hoping that she's okay, because she and I have so much. It's amazing how much we have in common. Like, I remember one time talking to her. She wanted to go to the Tomatillo festival. I thought, yeah, let's go. Let's do our own Zindagi Zindagi di Melohandria, or I can't remember the name of the movie, but basically they go on a trip to Spain and they participate in the Tomatillo festival, and he gets hit with a fresh tomato. Hithrik does, and he goes, ah! Even you hear him scream. It's so funny. That I will never forget that. So he's like, ah, dang! What did you do? You gotta squish it first. It won't hurt. Well, you shouldn't have thrown it at me. He's just kind of giving her this really evil look, like, how dare you hit me with a fresh tomato in the small of my back? That hurt. But that was such a funny scene in that. And of course the Spanish song, I love that song. But anyway, that's on my bucket list of things I want to do. And skydive, either there or here. I don't know where. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it this year or not. I better do it while the weather's still good. But I'm kind of wavering a little bit on that. But I'll make my decision soon enough. Anyway, this was a great book. 2 thumbs way up, 5 stars hands down. I kind of gave away a little bit of the plot. I didn't want to give away too much else, because there are ups and downs, especially during Insomnia Con. And if you're like me and you're a Hinduwani, definitely pick it up. If you are a person who is already Desi, pick it up, because it's just such a lovely little story, and it just reveals that sometimes, even in missteps, you can still find common ground and realize that you were meant to be all along. It was written in the stars. You had the red thread all along. It's like, I'm going to tell the story. Of course, you probably know my magicians are very much aware of this, but I know that my parents had the red thread. They had to have the red thread of fate. And I usually don't say fate, because I don't really believe in that. But they had that because they were meant to be together. And I believe in love at first sight. I think that it exists. And I haven't had it happen. Well, I did have it happen with Mandeep. But he wasn't the one. So, I'm okay. I mean, I'm recuperated from that. My dad's anniversary is tomorrow. I already let the lantern go. When I let the lantern go, I tried to get a good shot of it, but it was already, it was way up in the stratosphere. I thought, whoa. I mean, it just, once you light those things, they just take up like nobody's business. Holy moly. And, I did it on my own. I didn't have anybody to help me light that thing. I did it on all by my lonesome. I thought, yeah, it says on the directions, it said have somebody else light the lamp. I thought, yeah. So I used my bird bath as kind of a way to prop it, and I put it on its side, and I finally went with my Bic, and I lit it, and the fuel pad on the bottom caught flame, and it ignited, and then finally the whole thing started to get warm, like, ah! And then it lifted up, but it was just really kind of amazing thing. And I didn't wear shoes. I thought I'm gonna wear sandals because this is a sacred moment, and it just felt that way as soon as I saw it. It went into the sky, and oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. It was such a beautiful, moving. I'm gonna do that again because that was so cool. That was the neatest thing I've ever done, and it's so easy to do, and they're so much fun to play with. On his birthday, I'm gonna light sparklers, but other than that, I just I'm gonna get through tomorrow without crying. Hopefully, if I cry tomorrow, it's just par for the course, but. I miss him, and I know he's still with me. He sends me all sorts of signs to let me know that I'm on the right path. Like, I've had dragonflies as thick as thieves. They're everywhere. I'm serious. There is no water in my hometown. There's no retention ponds except over at Walmart, which is kind of a distance. I think, how the heck? What are you doing here? And I know what dragonflies mean, so it even has a deeper sensibility to it. I have canaries. They're all around the neighborhood. And of course I have butterflies, and the butterflies are just as thick as they can be. I've never seen so many butterflies in all my life. I thought, wow, how much more evidence do I need that my dad still cares about me? He's looking after me, and everything's going to be okay. The tension I feel, the sense of unease, the fright, the fear, all of that is pretty much common, I do believe, because I think anybody going through a move and trying to figure out where they belong, quote unquote, is just a very unfamiliar, scary, frightening, petrifying time. But I've handled a lot of things. I've had a lot of help, but most things, with the grace of God, I've been able to do on my own. But I will get through this. I will be able to attend Full Sail. I'm going for that. I'm going to keep this promise to myself because I owe myself that much, having nothing to tie me back or hold me down. I am free. So I have a good feeling. I just have all sorts of good vibes about it, and a lot of my supporters, including fellow magicians, thank you. They're giving me the buoyancy to want to do this and just kind of exploit myself and see how far I can go with this, because I really don't have any real idea how to do animation. I'm going to learn how to do animation, and it's always something I've always wanted to do. And my true inspiration comes from Sensei Miyazaki, and I hold him in very high regard still to this day. If I ever meet the man, I'm probably gonna faint, but I'll be like, oh, senpai, don't diss me. Ooh, I am not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Anyway, I'm not really, truly. He is a giant in his field, and his mind is just paramount. I mean, it's just. There are no words. He is the bismuth and acme and paramount and pinnacle of Japanese animation, as far as I'm concerned, IMHO. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be seeing Dark Tower, so I will do a review of that. I normally don't go on opening night. However, I've seen too many trailers for this film. I've read the book. I hadn't read the series for a long time. There's seven books in the series, as you well know, if you're a Stephen King fan like me. It's just kind of, I think it's, well, I should say not kind of, it's underrated. It's very, very underrated. It's exceptionally written. So I'm really looking forward to this supernatural fantasy, and I've thought, oh, I've always wanted to see something like this since just a lot of Japanese movies that have been done. One of my favorite fantasy East meets, well, it's not East meets West. This is more Western meets supernatural, and it's something I've never witnessed before on a silver screen. So this is gonna be good, and I'm so excited. I am hyped about this. I haven't been hyped about a movie since Valerian. Valerian took my breath away. I loved Valerian. I know it's not getting very good marks here because people don't really know anything about the source material. I didn't either. I didn't care because I just thought, wow, this looks really cool. And I got to read the graphic novels at some point because I really want to know more about Valerian and Laureline. But beyond that, that's basically all I've been up to. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.